Diversity Parade live from Ybor City with host Lauren St. Germain.
Happy Saturday. Welcome to Ybor City. I'm Lauren St. Germain. It is such an exciting day in Tampa Bay. The Tampa Pride Diversity Parade is about to kick off right behind us. We have, frankly, the best seat in the house. We are on the porch, the future storm of Big Storm Brewing and Tap Room, the future home, oh my goodness, of Big Storm Brewing and Tap Room. We have a great seat right here. The parade's going to come right behind us. Such an exciting time for Pride in general, because this parade is actually the first Pride parade in the country since the pandemic started. So Tampa is on a national stage right now. It is so exciting. Street Festival started at 10:45 this morning and the party has been going on all day. We have been seeing people lining the streets. More and more are coming. It is so fun out here, and also a perfect day. Are you kidding me? It's so nice out. So we want to take you to the route now, because the route's going to come right behind us. We're actually on 16th at 7th. The parade actually starts at 7th and Nucio Parkway. It goes 7 blocks, and we are going to bring you coverage from the whole thing. We have our reporter McKenna King. She's at the start of the parade. We're at the middle. It's going to be a great day. Now, the parade in general, let's give you a little synopsis of what you're going to see. There are about 90 to 100 participants you're going to see. We're talking bands from schools in Hillsborough County, elected leaders, law enforcement, crews that are typically in Gasparilla parades, because of course there wasn't a Gasparilla parade this year, so they are getting that opportunity here at Pride. And we have the grand marshals. We have some great floats. I was actually driving to come here, saw some of the floats. They were getting ready, and it is going to be quite a treat. They've been preparing these floats for quite a while. But there are some changes this year. So some of the most noticeable ones, there are no street vendors this year. There's actually a food truck alley that'll be by the Cuban Club, but you're not going to see a lot of food all over the place. You know, we are still in the pandemic. We got to adhere to those policies. Also, after the parade, there's going to be a night concert at the Cuban Club. Now, out here live, my guest co-host, we are so excited to have Tyler Butler with us today. He is with Out and About Tampa. Tyler, thank you so much for spending your Saturday with us.
Absolutely, and thank you for inviting me out. And by the way, I love your outfit. I mean, speaking about festive, it couldn't get any better than being beside you here today in the streets of Ybor City.
This is why we invited him to boost me up, okay? All right, Tyler, tell me about your show, because he's pretty well known. I'm standing next to a celeb.
No, absolutely not. You are amazing. So my show actually is a little bit of everything. We kind of go out and about, obviously, and from Sarasota to Tampa to St. Pete, and we actually go in dining, restaurants, talk about what's out and about, and that's it. I mean, we really just kind of do our thing.
Yeah, so Tyler really focuses, you feature like local restaurants. I saw one bagel place that I was salivating watching this.
Yeah, it is all about local.
Yeah.
We talk about, mainly like what's happening in the area locally, and we're not really a corporate structure. We kind of help the little guys and talk about what's out, especially the new places, since there's so many new things going on in town.
Yeah, and that's what we like to see, especially right now during the pandemic. So many local businesses struggled, so what you're doing is really helping them. We appreciate that so much. Now, so we got the parade. It's going to eventually come behind us, but we want to go to our McKenna King, because McKenna is at the very front of the parade. She is right along Nucio Parkway. McKenna, can you hear us? You said that you think they were going to start on time. What are we looking at?
I can hear you, and the parade, they're very punctual this year. Want to get you a look at what's going on right here. So the start of the parade, it's already begun. They started right about 4 o'clock, and you can see it's already extended beyond Nucio Parkway here. Of course, you can see the mayor just up the street here. Taking a look all along 7th Avenue, though, people are getting started. We've got the marching band here next to us. It's loud here. People are really excited. Like you mentioned, the first Pride parade in the country since COVID really shut everything down. So people are really excited to be here. It's loud down here, and there are floats lined up for what feels like miles. You can't see the ends of these lines down each of these side streets. So the line extends clear down this way, and this is just one of the aisles. The roadway's full of floats that are going to be kind of going through this parade a little later. Want to take you this way now, this other side. We've got floats lined up this way as well. So there are just hundreds of people out here. We've got thousands lining the streets. People are so excited to be here. We're already seeing some pretty cool floats out here. So I think you guys will be excited to see how much work people have put in to make their floats kind of the best for this year. Of course, they had a little extra time to prepare, not having this last year. All at the same time, though, they weren't sure if this Pride Parade was going to happen this year or not. So at the same time, they didn't have a whole lot of time to plan just for this parade coming up this year. Now, organizers tell me this is Pride Parade 2020 plus one. People really excited. The Pride Parade should be nearing you guys fairly soon. Oh, and thank you. We got more Beats live on air here. I'm sure I'll have quite the neck full by the end of this parade. But we'll kind of keep an eye on how things are going down here. Let the parade catch up to you guys. Make sure we show you just what all the floats look like in this year's Pride Parade. Lauren?
All right, thank you, McKenna. It sounded like you were having fun, not going to lie. I only heard about every other word. It was so loud down there, but glad to see the parade started on time. It's going to be coming to us really soon. Actually, if you look over my shoulder, you can see, I believe that it looks like TPD is coming down, so they'll be here very soon. But first, we want to get to meteorologist Jason Adams because he has a parade forecast, which is very important right now. Hey, Jason.
Hi, everyone. I'm meteorologist Jason Adams with Florida's most accurate forecast. Happy Pride from all of us here at ABC Action News. If you are heading to downtown Tampa or Ybor City to celebrate Pride with the activities this evening, from the parade to the concerts and to anything else that you have may happening here this weekend, it looks just fine. It's going to be a little breezy today, and in Tampa, we're looking at temperatures around 89 to 90 degrees, but the specifics for the parade and the concerts themselves look like this. We've got 89 by 4 p.m., 87 at 6 p.m., 81 at 8 p.m. We will see mostly sunny skies, and the rain chance is less than 10%. We haven't seen rain for quite some time. I do not anticipate seeing rain here tonight or through tomorrow if you are going to continue any Pride activities here into your Sunday as well. We are looking at temperatures falling back into the 70s by the time we get to midnight, and overnight low temperatures will be back into the mid to upper 60s by the time you wake up and head out the door Sunday morning. So temperatures are looking on the hot side again, not only today, but tomorrow. So if you're continuing any Pride activities into your Sunday outlook, here's what it looks like with temperatures into the upper 80s and lower 90s. By the way, we are also looking at some pretty strong winds today, 15 to 20 miles per hour. So you will notice those breezes that we've been seeing for the last 4 to 5 days continue today. Tomorrow, we finally starting to see the winds lightening up just a little bit. So we're looking at 10 to 15 mile per hour winds as we get into your Sunday outlook. So overall, any Pride event activities that you have for Saturday or Sunday as we open up the nation's first Pride Parade and Pride events looks just fine for us. And a quick peek over the next couple of days, we are looking at temperatures and conditions staying hot. And also, we're getting a little more humid heading into the next week. So a sneak peek at Florida's most accurate 7-day forecast shows that we are looking at numbers into the low to mid 90s. And these low to mid 90s are going to be accompanied by slightly higher humidity heading into next week as well. So those air temperatures, by the way, in the mid 90s are going to feel like 100 to 105 by the time we get into next week. Unfortunately, though, we're not looking at any kind of a significant rain chance either. That's good news for this weekend for the Pride Festival and activities. But next week, it's going to be hot. And it's going to be a little more humid with lots of sunshine.
They know that there's no internet?
All right, thank you, Jason. It is certainly a beautiful day out here, and we are showing you a live look of the parade happening right now. Obviously, that's a TPD car leading the parade. So where we are, our vantage point, this is the future home of Big Storm Brewing Company, which is right about at 16th Street. So the parade is currently coming down 7th Avenue. Again, it started right on time at 4 o'clock, so it'll be coming by us really soon. But I do want to get to an interview really quick because, as I said earlier, there are a few marching bands coming by, middle school and high school in Hillsborough County, and I got a chance to speak to the marching band with Dowdell Middle School. I spoke with the band director and 2 girls, a 7th and 8th grader, and they told me, you know, they were supposed to be in the parade last year, but obviously it got canceled, and they were so excited to be in the parade this year. And one thing one girl said just really touched me. I want you to listen to this interview now.
Okay, so you all were supposed to be involved in Tampa Pride. Last year, of course, the pandemic kind of put everything on hold for a little bit. How does it feel to be involved in the Tampa Pride Parade this year? Really the first Pride Parade since the pandemic started.
We're excited. It's exciting to see life kind of go back to normal as it can be right now, giving the kids an opportunity to perform. Just having them out in the public and being able to see their friends and family support them along the way. We're just extremely excited and happy to be invited and able to go.
It's so exciting, I'm sure. And girls, we have a 7th and 8th grader here, a French horn player and a tuba player. Tell me a little bit about yourselves and why you're so excited to be part of the Pride Parade.
Well, I'm a very outgoing person. I'm very open to doing new things. So last year I was supposed to go do Pride Parade with them, but like you said, COVID had a hold up on everything we were supposed to do. So this year I'm really excited to go and perform with all the people around me and that I've had made a family with this year. And then I just want to show my support because the struggles going on and everything. And I'm not ready to carry my sousaphone, but I'm in there.
Absolutely. What about you?
I'm excited because I get to represent people who are like me and people who have gone through similar things, trying to find out who they are and what they enjoy most, and basically just trying to find themselves and be their happiest, best self. And this is my first time marching for the Pride Parade. I would have gone last year, but since COVID and all that hit, I couldn't go.
And this year will be even better. Why do you think that's such an important point that you brought up? Why do you think it's so important that, even we're seeing high school bands, but middle school bands are getting involved and younger kids are getting involved in the Pride Parade? Why do you think that's so crucial?
Because everyone should know that we should, instead of go hate on each other like that, everyone does, different people go on LGBTQ plus kids, how a lot of people that don't support just go on them if they were bad people, even though they haven't gotten to know them for who they are. So it should be spread around everyone that you should love each other instead of just hate each other for what they like or in their interests.
I think it's also important for middle school kids to see this is the age that they're kind of discovering things about themselves and they're not really sure who they like or who they are. And so a lot of kids are confused, and this is the age statistically that say that they can fall into really bad situations, bad habits, suicide, depression. Those are all big things. And with all of the mental health push that we have right now, especially in the school system this year, it's even a greater reason why to let our kids experience these things that are surrounding them with people that love and appreciate them and just want to cheer them on and celebrate them as people, no matter what their choices are. And giving them the ability to do that and increase their mental health and at least let them know that they are loved and cared for. That's an important thing that we're striving to do in middle school here and in Hillsborough County.
Oh, we love to see that. And you girls are both so wise beyond your years. We love to hear, the younger generation really promoting inclusivity and equality for everyone. Those are really strong, powerful words that you just spoke. Now, give us a little bit of taste of what you're going to actually be performing during the parade. What are some of the songs? How have you been preparing?
So we're performing Fancy, which is a very old, I think around 2014 song. It was 2014?
Around 2011, 2014.
I think it was 2014. Around that time, by Iggy Azalea and what was it? I don't know. I can't remember the other person.
It's okay. You don't have to give it all away.
It's a very upbeat, very lively song. Something you could groove to. Something you could be like, oh, I like this. I like this song. And
both self-love too.
Yeah.
And then we also have our drumline coming with us, and so they'll kind of keep the beat going as we march down the way. And we have some of our 6th grade band kiddos that are going, and they're going to be supporting us around and helping us carry banners and all of that fun stuff. So
awesome.
We have a good group of kids going tomorrow. I think we're at 60-ish, 65-ish tomorrow. So we'll have a good crowd.
It is going to be a great day. It was so lovely to speak with all of you today. Really looking forward to hearing your performance during the parade, and so glad that you get to be a part of the Pride Parade this year. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, such an exciting time for those middle schoolers. And now we want to show you what's happening right behind us. Actually, this is a motorcycle group, and now they raise money for rescue animals. Isn't that awesome?
Awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's about 20. It's with the Fran Hosh Law Group, and they raise money for rescue animals, things we love to see. And before, when we were listening to the interview, that was the Tampa Pride band.
Awesome. And look at the creativity with all the decorative bikes. I mean, that is absolutely amazing.
And Okay, we have to talk about this because the person who was just on the screen, he has the mohawk. Now, okay, so Tyler happened to bring, apparently this is the accessory of the year that I didn't realize, how embarrassing for me. They think that I'm going to put that on my head, y'all. It's not going to happen. But we've counted now, I mean, at least 4 or 5.
At least, minimum. I mean, talk about decorative. I mean, that's the thing about Pride is people really, really, really decorate themselves. And by the way, this is your first Pride, isn't it?
It is. You know, I am so lucky to have my first Pride parade being on this balcony to see this. It is such an exciting atmosphere. And vroom vroom go the motorcycles, obviously.
And speaking about exciting atmosphere, can you believe how many people have shown up?
Yeah.
I mean, all last minute. It's like we're all on gay time here. But we were talking about it earlier around 3:30. She was like, I wonder if it's going to be a big crowd. And we were kind of looking down and we were like, yeah, we weren't really sure.
It was a little bit quiet. We were kind of like, where are all the people? But, you know, and again, this is the first Pride parade in the country since the pandemic began. So this is huge for the Pride community and Tampa to be on this level. Like, nice job representing the Bay Area. All right, let's see what we've got coming up next. I believe we have, let's see, I see a fire truck back there if my eyes don't deceive me. Actually, the mayor. Oh, I see. Tampa Mayor Jane Castor, you see her throwing out beads right there in front of that SUV. And of course, Tampa Mayor Jane Castor is the first openly gay mayor for the city of Tampa. She used to work with the police department, was the first female police chief. A lot of firsts the mayor has conquered in the city of Tampa.
And always very involved with the Pride parades here in Tampa.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing.
And now, Tyler, you've born and raised Plant City. So
where the strawberries grow.
Yes, we like you. So, I mean, what has it been like to see Pride kind of grow and develop for the past few years?
Well, the president that I know,
yeah, very close to
Kerry West.
Yeah.
Kerry West, I met. He was probably one of the first people that I met coming into Tampa. I was about 19 years old, and him and his partner had a store, like a novelty store, a gay novelty store, and that was like one of the first places that I visited in Tampa. And so to see him being so involved now, it's like he's like the gay icon here in Tampa. So it's so awesome that he's been involved with the Gay Pride now 7 years now.
Yeah.
So as the president.
And you were saying how he really just helped you in the beginning.
Absolutely, absolutely. He knew where everything was and kind of gave me that guide. So it's like the dad, the gay dad.
And that mentorship is so important for younger kids. And, you know, we also, in the future, we're going to see some floats that are like, health centers and mental health centers. And that's so important for young kids who are just maybe a little bit confused. They don't really know yet. And to have that mentorship is just so crucial. All right, let's see what we got going on here. I believe we have the Dowdell Band coming right behind the mayor. That is the band you just heard that interview with. You're going to be able to hear them. There's about 70 of them. And guys, again, they were so excited because, again, they were supposed to do it last year, of course.
Speaking about excitement, I got to talk a little bit about our headgear here. I mean, is this the Gay Pride headgear or what? I mean, I feel like we're going to get into the crown next, you know, and add some diamonds and some bling.
I know, I totally did not get the sparkles on, but it's fine. We're seeing a lot of beads and, of course, the flags. And I'm hoping Dowdell stops right here so we can hear them again, but we will see. And again, such a great school. They were so excited to march for the first time. Some of them had marched before with other schools, but have you ever marched in a parade before?
I have, actually. I was in the marching band and played alto saxophone in Plant City at Plant City High. So I was blowing my horn.
And that's a heavy
We won't talk about that.
No. We're stopping PG. But that's a heavy instrument to be carrying and walking and playing and, oh my.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I knew how great it was going to be. I would have done it for myself and not for my mother. My mother was the one that really wanted me to do it. So.
Always. You got to do that for the moms. Oh my goodness, so fun. Let's listen to the band for a second. funny story about the band because they were talking about how they were playing a song from 2014. They were like, oh, the song is so old, 2014. My producer and I were sitting there and we were like, 2014? That was like 2 years ago. We know you were like 7, but to be young.
To be young, yes. Because you're so old.
Anyway, we're moving on. Now we're seeing some fire engines. This is a nice antique fire truck right here with Tampa Fire. A parade is not complete without a fire truck, right?
Got to have a fire truck, and it's got to be a 1958, 68, something like that fire truck.
Oh, do you know cars too? Are you making that up?
I just made that up because I thought it sounded great.
It did sound good though, right? Yeah, we'll have to check with Tampa Fire on that one. But yeah, we got and so after Tampa Fire, we have a few cars behind. It's going to be people like, we've got some Hillsborough County Commissioners, we have Tampa City Council, we have the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, and then we're going to get into the floats, which is going to be super exciting.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Let's just take a watch for a second. We got a lot of beads. A lot of beads.
A lot of beads.
Yeah.
I think we have something to throw out too, don't we?
Oh yes, if you happen to,
Hey!
Wow, look at that! Sports. So we actually have these.
These are not condoms, by the way.
Pop sockets.
They look like
pop sockets
yes.
for your cell phone. They say ABC
So what is a pop socket?
Let me tell you actually. So basically, you take it out and you put it on the back of your phone so you can hold it. And you can also represent ABC Action News,
absolutely.
Which is what you should be doing.
What a better network to, I mean, you've got to represent. I mean, they're totally representing Tampa Pride.
Yes,
and this is the first year they've been involved, right?
Yes, we're very excited to be involved this year. And again,
I love that.
Carrying this whole parade live streaming on our streaming news channel. Okay, so now we are showing you, let's see, we've got some politicians. And actually, what we're going to do right now is, you know how we were talking about mentorship and outreach and how that's so important?
Absolutely.
We actually, the Morning Blend, spoke about community outreach within the LGBTQ community, and we want to get to that interview now because it's really important to take a listen to.
We know how much fun Pride events are, but there's so much more involved. And that's why we are so excited to welcome back to our show to talk about this, Carrie West. And this time, he is joined by the lovely Nancy Desmond, who, of course, is the Tampa Pride Outreach Director. Welcome. How are the both of you today?
Good morning. How is Tampa this weekend? Oh, it was it's going to be a super, super fun all week. A Monday kickoff to the next weekend. It's going to be fabulous. And it's just fantastic, Tampa.
Thank you for having us. You are so welcome. Of course, we're having fun. The smiles are out. That's really what Tampa Pride is about. But if you take a step closer, it is so vital and so important to so many people in the community. And that's where this outreach program comes in because it means a lot. Nancy, give us an idea what the outreach program means and really what Tampa Pride is all about.
Okay, so I'm happy to. In addition to being on the board of Tampa Pride, which is, oh my God, so fantastic, I'm also the founder of PFLAG Tampa, my husband and I. Our son is gay. PFLAG stands for Parents, Families, and Friends of the LGBTQ plus community. So we're very much involved in keeping families together, and our outreach, Tampa Pride's outreach, is very much involved with being family friendly and supportive of everybody. If you can imagine, if you're a LGBT, gay, lesbian, transgender high school student or even college student, and this is the one day of the year when you can come out and every single person, every single organization in that parade knows that they are there to support you. All the applause on the sidelines is for you. And sometimes some people aren't even out. And so this is profound. This experience, it's not unusual to see young people marching down the road in Tampa Pride, wrapped up in flags, pride flags or transgender flags or whatever, with tears in their eyes, bawling, because this parade has a message and it's profound. And everything that we do, we try to keep track of that. So, as part of what I do with community outreach is we go out to the GSAs, the GSAs march, and the gay straight alliances or they've recently changed their name too. But anyway, they're the high school groups that in every high school in Hillsborough, Pinellas County, or just about every one of them has a gay straight alliance. Those are the kids who this message that we have is for them. I also go out to corporations as Tampa Pride. I have a presentation that I give that's called Why We March. And we talk about how important it is for not just the LGBT community, but allies as well, to come out and support these people, support this group of people. So, I've done Tech Data and AAA and Moffitt Cancer Center. All of these corporations really can't wait to be supportive of this group of people, this marginalized group of people who this one day of the year are celebrating.
And we can't wait. All week, everything's going on. We're going to see you guys there, of course.
I will say I'm a proud PFLAG member myself and an ally, and I love what you are able to do because it means so much to the youth. And speaking of the youth, I know it's an exciting time because now there is a new scholarship offered. Before we run out of time, I want to talk a little bit about the scholarship and how people can support the youth who in this community, there's some of them really that need that support.
Right. So this is new this year, just still in the works, really, is the Tampa Pride Foundation Scholarship. And anybody, corporations, whatever, can donate to our scholarship fund. And what it is, we're a little bit different because it's for anybody, high school graduates, if they want to go to tech school or to college or, wherever they're moving on. This will be a $1,500 scholarship is where it stands right now. That's for LGBTQ kids or allies of LGBTQ kids. Anybody can apply. What's different about this, though, is we understand the challenges that these LGBTQ kids have. For instance, my husband and I took in a high school senior 1 year he was doing great in school. Came out as gay and his family kicked him out. He was living on the streets. So, what do you suppose happened to his grades? Right down the tubes.
Too many of those stories. There's
too many of those stories. Exactly. Too many of those stories with those kinds of challenges or other challenges, sometimes living at home, but having all sorts of, if you're transgender, perhaps your family doesn't support you or call you by your name. Yeah. So for us, it's not going to be only about grades. It's going to be about, we want people who are involved in the community, people who are trying to better themselves in whatever way they possibly can. Oh. And we want to know their challenges as well. That will be taken into account. So this is different for us, but this is our mission. I'm
so glad that this is your mission. Thank you for all you do in the community.
Okay, so that was a great interview from the Morning Blend. And back out here, so the Hillsborough County Sheriff Office just caused a bit of a ruckus. They all stopped, opened their little, I want to call them fanny packs for the motorcycles, but I know that's not right, the little trunks, and threw out all the beads and everyone just went crazy.
And you see how crazy people get for beads?
Yes, but I do want to point out something that's really cool about the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. They actually just announced this week. They're actually starting a LGBTQ liaison program. So there are 2 lieutenants who are going to really be a liaison between the LGBT community and also the sheriff's office to really, just help get resources out there. And I think that's so great for, law enforcement to start getting on that page, especially here in Tampa Bay. Yeah. I feel like that could make a big difference for so many people in the community. And we're actually starting to see a float behind us. Yay. That's what we like to see.
Yes. I think that's actually one of the first ones we've seen.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, we have some Lightning representatives walking, and very exciting, the Lightning just had their matinee game at 12:30, which is so exciting. Playoff game number 4, everyone.
Are you a big sports fan?
I try, okay? I try. I really do try. It's hard to keep track of.
Yes, absolutely.
But yes, we love the Bolts. We are so excited for the Bolts for their playoff. I got the sports, don't worry. I got it. What is your favorite part about this parade? Just seeing it every
I just love the excitement.
Yeah.
I mean, really, for me, that's what it's about. I mean, the excitement and just seeing all the people, how they dress up and they put so much into it. I mean, the costumes and the get-up. I mean, it's prideful. I mean, that's the whole meaning behind Pride. I mean,
yes,
it really
is. And you know, we're seeing, actually, I got a little fun fact for you, because we're seeing the rainbow flags everywhere, right?
Yes.
So actually, the rainbow flag was created in 1978 by an American artist. His name was Gilbert Baker, and each color means something. So red means life, orange is healing, yellow sunlight, which you know we love in Tampa, green is nature, blue harmony, and violet is spirits.
Wow, that's incredible. I mean, just like your dress. I mean, you have every single color you just mentioned.
I do. Wow. I mean, you do too. Hello.
Oh yeah, a little something. You know.
just a little something I picked up in my closet. But yeah, this is great. We just saw Hillsborough County Sheriff Chad Cronister drive by the sheriff's office. They've got a lot of people. Their float is bouncing. You know, I'm excited to see the cruise floats.
Yes, absolutely.
Because, you know, we were talking about they couldn't be in the Gasparilla parades this year, so they really got to show out for Pride, you know? They can't.
Right. Now, some of the people that are just tuning in right now, we are actually coming from the old Hamburger Mary's here in Ybor City. Really excitement coming over here because, you know, it's been a while. It's been a minute.
Yeah, yeah. And what's awesome is that this is actually the future home of Big Storm Brewing Company. So
yeah,
this is going to be bouncing again, and we're excited to see that. But
will you be coming over here getting a cold brew?
After work hours, of course. But I mean, this is an awesome balcony. This space needs to be
I think it is the best balcony to be on here in Ybor City. I mean,
yeah.
Couldn't
Especially
be any
for the parade. So if you're not familiar, we're right at 16th is right behind us, right kind of where the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office float is coming right now. And again, we're on 7th. So the parade is going 7 blocks on 7th. And are you going to do the Cupid Shuffle? I don't think we're on camera now. That's probably a good thing. My producer knows better than that. And there is a reason we're talking and not doing the Cupid Shuffle. Oh, someone just tried to throw beads onto our porch. Didn't exactly make it. It's okay.
Well, maybe we should throw them a little something.
Oh! Okay, all right, we got a winner. We got a winner.
Oh, you got them?
Yeah, two. Because I
Does that mean something if you get beads?
It means I have some new accessories.
Are you supposed to show a little something?
I have some new accessories, right? Okay, so anyway, we are up.
Oh, we got something here for you.
Did you want a pop song? Yes, yeah. Okay, wait, she's gonna try to throw it. Ready? Let's see if we can get this. Oh, so close. It was so close. It was actually this far, but I mean, it was close. It was close. So much excitement here in Ybor City. And again, first Pride Parade in the country since the pandemic started. Of course, there are some changes this year. You know, we're not seeing all the food vendors. You can actually, this I think is pretty cool. If you're not fully vaccinated yet, or if you haven't gotten the vaccine at all, you can get the vaccine here. They're really trying to promote getting everyone vaccinated. So
now I would like to ask you an interesting question about media. So now that COVID is kind of, everybody's pretty much had their shots and stuff, obviously at work, are you guys now coming back into the studios or still filming from home?
We're still taking a lot of precautions. We're starting to get more people back in. You know, we're starting to closely get back to normal. Personally, I've been in the station the whole time, but we've had some people who are still working from home. And it's just one of those things, like I know many of you at home, you're still work from home life is now a thing. And it's a thing for so many industries that you didn't even think you'd be able to do it. I never thought that I could do broadcasting at home.
I think a lot of things are going to change, though. Speaking about doing it from home, I think that companies have now seen that it's cheaper to work from home versus coming into places and stuff.
Buildings getting sold because they just don't need them, which is crazy to think about.
It's amazing.
And you know, think about this past year. The fact that we're here now, how awesome is that?
It's amazing. And you know what else is amazing?
Yeah.
Me going out and about to different locations, I noticed there's even more people out now.
Yeah.
I mean, people are really spending money and helping these local businesses survive that a lot of places closed down. and there's a lot of new places also, but people are now coming out of their shells or getting their vaccines, and it's wonderful to see.
And now, if you're just joining us, Tyler Butler from Out and About Tampa, and he does a show that really focuses on local businesses, which is at ABC Action News. We love that. I mean, most news stations, frankly, to focus on the small businesses and really help them. Now, you've done a lot of different restaurants and whatnot. Tell me about your favorite. What's your favorite Out and About?
God. You know, I love Mexican food.
Oh, gosh.
Mexican food is probably
Chips and salsa.
one of those things that you cannot mess up, really. You know, you really can't mess it up. I mean, obviously I like pizza and I like Italian food, but my favorite really is Mexican food. And you know, Tampa has a great amount of different Mexican restaurants here. You know?
What's your favorite?
You know, a favorite?
I ask the tough questions, I know.
I do like Miguel's.
Yes.
Miguel's is traditional, and I do like Miguel's. I think it's really, really good, and it's centrally located right here in Tampa. There's a few places that I like, but Miguel's is probably on the top of the list.
But again, we love what you do. It's really awesome to showcase these businesses, especially after the pandemic and what
I've learned so much. I mean, about anything.
Like, you don't want to go to the chain anymore. You're got to find all those holes in the walls.
Yeah, I love the little diners, which, by the way, there's not many diners around.
I know. Those
and I love a good diner.
My first job was in a diner.
Really?
Yes, I was a busser. Fun facts.
Was that in Alabama too?
No. I grew up in Massachusetts. It was a little diner. I cleaned up a lot of chocolate milk and syrup. Anyway. By
the way, I was asking Lauren earlier before we went into break that you actually lived in Alabama, right?
Yes, I did.
And worked. That was one of your first studio jobs.
Yes, I did. I have lived down south for a while.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
You don't really have that big of an accent.
No, yeah. I don't have a Boston accent either, and that's where I'm from.
Oh, that's true.
No.
What about when you talk to your family back home? Do you get it back?
No, I don't think I have a Lauren accent. Okay. I don't know. Let's get back to the point.
Yes, let's get back to it.
Okay, so now we're seeing a lot of the politicians. We had the Hillsborough County Commission come through. We had the Tampa City Council, and now we have a few state representatives giving out. Oh, that is a car. Look at that. Okay, so Mr. Tyler Butler is apparently, you knew the fire engine. So do you know all the?
So this is the Camaro convertible.
Did you read that or?
Actually, it says on the front of the car, Camaro. It's gonna Chevrolet. Big sign there, Lauren. Don't go into the car business.
No. Oh. I have a red car. It runs.
She's like, I just have a red car.
My dad told me.
Don't know the name of it.
I don't know. But yeah, it is such a great day out here. We're seeing so many people walking, and it's a good sized crowd. It's not, crazy packed. People have enough room to walk, but it's a good sized crowd out here. And they all kind of flocked in at the last minute, which, maybe they were taking part in the street festival, just kind of chilling. You know how some parades you have to get there at 5 o'clock in the morning to get a spot?
Yes.
Whew, that's exhausting. But I think we have the Grand Marshals coming, which will be exciting.
And I'll be quizzing you on the cars they're in.
Y'all are about to see me be really embarrassed.
Can you imagine Lauren going to get her oil change and they ask her what kind of car? She's like, a red one? I can imagine it.
Know people who help you. That's all you need. That is all you need. And again, this 7th annual Tampa Pride, 6th annual parade, because of course, last year, but it's been, and you were having a conversation with Kerry West, the president, the other day. Was he super, even just talking to him on the phone, he was so excited that this could actually happen. And they just got the green light from officials.
Tampa's had a lot of history with on and off.
Right.
They didn't have the parade for a while. There was some controversial stuff that happened with the parade. St. Pete took off with that.
Yep.
And now, we had COVID, they had to deal with that. And now we were like, okay, it's on.
And this was very last minute that they got the green light.
Very last minute. We really didn't know what was going on. Even me and you were trying to get our paperwork together. We couldn't figure out, what was what, but we actually did it all last minute, and it came together very well.
And it's awesome to see how many people actually came out. That is really cool. And we're seeing a lot more. Man, I love the Jeeps and the convertibles. Actually, right now we're going to go to our McKenna King because she's at the front of the parade still, I believe. So she should be with some floats, maybe some Grand Marshals. McKenna, what are you seeing out there?
so much, Lauren. Okay, so we're still at the starting line of the Pride Parade. So this is where you guys are. You're down this way, but there's still so much to come behind us here. We want to actually talk with some of the people who are here at the parade. We've got people here from Ohio, okay? We're going to talk to this guy over here. Now, you're becoming a Florida resident next Friday, but you came in from Ohio, Perry. Tell me how this parade differs from Pride parades back in Ohio.
Well, there's no rain. It's beautiful skies, and the people are friendly, both in Ohio and here, but more friendly here. And I didn't come out till I was 32, and I'm one of 9 children, and I have 45 nieces and nephews, and they love me, I think.
I'm sure that they do. You've got your friend Woody here. Woody, how does it feel to be able to come back to this Pride Parade after kind of a year off?
Oh, this is so exciting. You know, it's been a whole year we haven't been able to come out and celebrate who we are and the diversity of our community. So this is fantastic.
How does it feel to be able to celebrate that in a parade like this in the place that you live?
It's just uplifting. It makes you feel good about who you are and our community.
Absolutely. Well, have fun, you guys. There's a lot of fun out here. So much excitement. We've got 2 other people we want to bring in here, and they're hard to remember. We've got David and David over here. David and David, how does it feel to be here today?
It is very exciting to finally have a gay pride again.
Absolutely. And you're both from Florida?
Yes.
Okay. Kind of describe for viewers what you're seeing from the parade so far. What is this like?
This is a very long parade, but I'm glad I'm here to watch it.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful too. So it's just great. Things are getting back to normal. I know we're not out of the woods yet, but it's still the start of it. So
and you guys are dressed for the occasion here. Happy Pride. Lots of fun out here, and there's still so much to come. We want to walk you down this way because the big floats are still to come. We've got City Side Lounge and their pirate ship up here. We've still got a marching band, so it's still really loud down here. So here's the City Side Lounge pirate ship. They've got the drag party up top. Looks like I'm getting more beats here. Hey, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. How does it feel to be here?
It's my first time. It's my first time coming out. I'm so happy.
What's it like? Is it everything you expected?
Everything. It's like Disney for me.
There you go. You heard it here first. It's like Disney for her. Okay, you guys, and that is only one of the big floats we've got to come. We're going to walk down this way, give you a look at what's going on. We're getting beads coming from all directions here, but we've still got another pirate ship coming up this way. We've got the crew of Ann Jeffrey over this way. Still a lot of people to come, but Lauren, we're going to send it back to you for now. We've got our ABC Action News Storm Tracker this way. Still a lot of floats headed your way, and we'll keep an eye on it from down here, but we'll send it back to you for now.
All right, thank you, McKenna. Again, I wish I could hear what she was saying. She sounds like she's having so much fun. So out here, we just had Charlie Crist drive by us. Of course, he just announced that he's running for governor. We have a few more politicians. And behind us, I believe we have our first Grand Marshal. Mama?
Oh, that's Mama! That's Mama! You know what she's riding in?
A convertible that is red.
A red car, just like yours, right?
Yeah,
a
just like
68 Mustang, I believe. I believe this
Look
is
at that. Well,
1968 Mustang.
We need to move on from the car and talk about her outfit because,
oh my God.
Yes, look at that. Oh my goodness. So we have so many we actually have quite a few Grand Marshals in the parade. And you spoke with Mama the other day.
Yeah, so Mama, here's the history behind Mama.
Okay.
So I said, where does the name, I got a chance to actually talk to her on Thursday.
Yeah.
And I said, where did the name Mama actually come from? And she said, well, I kind of inherited it because she kind of took in a lot of the gay kids when they came in. Maybe their parents kind of disowned them because of their sexuality. Whatever it was, she kind of just brought them in and had them in her home, and so she was like a mother to them. She'd make Thanksgiving dinners for them, and it just came into that scenario where she was actually mother. She was Mama.
That is so awesome. And again, it goes back to that theme we keep talking about, this like mentorship, this just having someone there. And it seems obviously, well, you know, she's well known within the community.
Yeah,
and
so she's famous in herself.
I mean, and just rocking the outfit again. We just love it so much. So again, Mama, I mean, that was really cool. And the fact that she still hosts those annual Thanksgivings. All right, let's see what else we're looking at here. We're looking at some people walking, and oh, another Mohawk. Guys, we're still, I mean, what is this? Like, apparently we missed the mark. Next year, Tyler will wear the Mohawk. Okay. So,
I think I already kind of got my Mohawk starting up
yeah,
here.
I offered hairspray, and he didn't take it, which is so weird. Anyway, so we just got, you know, some more cars coming in. Let's take a peek at what we got going on. More Grand Marshals. So we have the Grand Marshal couple, and they are both very influential in the LGBTQ community. They're involved in the Democratic caucus, which is, and I like their car too. Nice little green Jeep that we got going on there.
Look at those Jeeps and those colors. I mean, talk about prideful. I mean, that lime green one, real prideful.
Yes, 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 yes. And I mean, man, what a beautiful day for a parade. I just can't even get over how we could not have had a better day. It could be more humid, and it is not. And we're seeing just, you know, people just really out and about and enjoying themselves. And this
Here's
is
another trailblazer right here.
Trailblazer, that is an outfit I would like to have. We have the Grand Marshal Trailblazer. So many people who are just so influential in this community, you know? And Tyler,
look at those gowns, Lauren.
Oh my, wow.
Wouldn't you die for one of those?
And you know, that's gotta be so hot too. She has the sleeves on that are what is that material, like mesh?
Yes.
Whew. Gotta have the rhinestones on, and that's the only way how.
Here's another Grand Marshal we have here.
Yes, we do. That is actually
Mr. Tampa Pride?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Tampa Pride.
Really exciting honor there. And that is I believe we're going to start seeing the cruise soon, too. So let's just take a watch. So another really cool thing, you know, we were going through some of the Grand Marshals, and also the one of the couples that's being honored is the owners of New York Pizza, which the first one was actually in Ybor City. They own all 8 locations, and really said the gay community really helps them get their business off the ground, and they're one of the Grand Marshals.
That's where you want to go at 2 a.m. when the bars start to close.
I mean, amen.
You hit the
that.
pizza place.
You gotta have a good pizza place, carb load, and if you do it right, you do it right. So that is very important. And we also have, you also spoke with Watermark. Let's talk about that for people who might not know what that is. They're also the Grand Marshal organization. So
absolutely, they're a gay publication. They talk about what's going on with events and what's happening in the gay community, as well as a lot of political things as well.
Yeah, it was, and they put together a nice little thing on Pride and whatnot, and they've been going on for a while.
Yeah, they've been out for a long time.
Yeah, it's one of those publications that definitely know about. That's cool. They're in, I believe they're in the purple shirts.
Yes.
I've been staring at the sun a little too much. I think that's purple.
Yes, they are.
Oh man, what a beautiful day. We've got a rubber ducky coming up behind us. That's fun.
A rubber ducky?
Yeah, take a look. It's a big rubber ducky.
Oh
it's
my
not
God,
a little
it
one.
is. Oh, and what is?
You know what?
What else is in that Jeep besides the rubber ducky?
Let's
Lauren?
just focus on the duck.
Okay, focus on the duck.
We're gonna focus on the duck. So yeah, let's move on down the parade a little bit, because I see some floats that are gonna be so exciting. Again, we're coming up on the cruise, so these are organizations that would typically be in Gasparilla or whatnot, and they're bringing their floats here, which will be fun. And this isn't, you know, this is like a big thing that everyone knows about, but there was a street festival earlier. There's Pride continues tomorrow. It was all this week. Let's just watch. Let's take a look for a minute.
Look at the bubbles. You see the bubbles?
things we need include the bubbles.
You got to have the bubbles at Pride.
Now, you also talked with another Grand Marshal who was a wrestler.
Yeah, that was actually very interesting. He's from Atlanta, but he does wrestling between Atlanta and Tampa and does different types of, I guess, different meets in different areas and different competitions from what I understood. And I didn't even know there was such a thing. So something new, I guess, to Pride. I mean, wrestling.
Hey, you know what? He's one of the celebrity Grand Marshals.
Oh, here's Effie. This is Effie right here, the wrestler.
See?
Wow, what an outfit that Effie has on also.
We're loving the outfits. We are loving the outfits. And again, we got Watermark behind us now. Oh, I like their little stage. That is excellent. And again, if you're just joining us, this is the 7th annual Tampa Pride celebration, 6th annual parade, because of course last year, you know, the pandemic kind of put everything on hold. But this is the first Pride parade in the country since the pandemic started. It's a huge moment for Tampa Bay and really for the Pride community, kind of getting that sense of normalcy back. And we have made some changes, nothing incredibly drastic. We're just not seeing, you know, the food vendors. Other than that, you know, I feel like there's a little bit less people here, but there's space to walk around and you're not, the sweaty bodies just aren't touching each other. So, I mean, that's a plus, right?
Yeah.
And right now, where we are, if you're just joining us, we are at about 16th Street is behind us. The parade is going along 7th. 7 blocks starts at Nucio Parkway, goes down 7 blocks. Our McKenna King has been at the beginning, so it's been kind of cool to hear from her what we're going to see before we actually see it. And again, I'm here with Tyler Butler, our guest co-host today. Out
so
and
exciting.
about.
Yes, absolutely.
Love to hear it. And I really love the perspective also that you're giving us about being from Tampa, watching the Pride community and grow and change a lot
It has.
in Tampa.
It absolutely has changed. I mean,
Is there one
even the bar scene's changed from things that have been futuristic really with having an app on their phone. So there was a while that a lot of the gay bars were closing, but it seems like they're back and they're going strong. Bars like what we have here in Ybor City help make that happen for our gay community.
And absolutely, and right now we are on the balcony of the future home of Big Storm Brewing, so there's going to be even more nightlife opportunities and day life too, of course, around here. But it's so exciting to see Ybor City kind of come back to life after what's been a tough year for all of us. And this is really the first, I mean, of course we had the Super Bowl parade and whatnot, but this is like one of the first big events that we can, an annual event that we can have again.
And for a lot of cities, actually, Tampa Pride is the actual mecca Pride parades, because a lot of the other cities are not doing parades. They're having Pride in their cities, but Tampa, this is the mecca. So there's a lot of the people that you see here today, they're also visiting from other cities because this is the mecca of all Pride parades.
You know, I feel like Tampa does that a lot. We like to show off. And then the people end up moving here, and we don't need more people. I mean, come, but we love you, but I mean, come on.
Yeah, but we need the tourist money.
We need
come
the tourist
to those
money.
local businesses
come
and
visit.
bring your money.
Come visit, yeah. So again, we're just, let's see, we've got some, I believe we have the Democratic Caucus coming up behind us, and we're starting to get the good stuff. So let's watch. We've seen a lot of Jeeps. I love all the Jeeps.
Yeah, you're a Jeep girl, aren't you?
Well, I mean, maybe.
And a red car girl.
Yes, that is what we've learned.
Such an educational program, really.
Yes. Very, very educational. So many groups coming through. And you know, it's really cool that we got to see, I believe we're going to have 2 more high school bands, but we've had local Hillsborough County schools, the bands come marching in.
Hey, as we're showing this shot right now, look at all the people. I mean, has to be at least 70,000 people or more here in Ybor City. I mean, it's really amazing. I mean, that's what Pride is about. It's people coming out and being prideful and being who they are. And that's a nice thing to see here today.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess, I'm kind of like looking in this direction, but if you look behind, that is packed, what we're seeing. That shot that we're showing you right now, kind of near the Democratic caucus area, there are a lot of people. I stand corrected. I was saying there was breathing room. There
it
is
seems
not
like where
breathing room.
Bradley's is, people usually always seem to kind of go right there where Bradley's is. They don't want to get too far away from their cocktail. So they want to be able to get.
Can you blame them? Also, Bradley is one of the Grand Marshals
Absolutely,
this year.
yes he is. So we'll be seeing him come along.
Yeah, or I wonder if he snuck by us and we didn't even notice. He might have already passed.
He passed.
How dare he sneak by us? So sorry, Bradley. Anywho, we've got some crews coming up. We see a lot of floats. Just such a great day.
I think that city side float's coming up. Yeah. And the great thing about city side that a lot of people really don't know, it is Tampa's oldest bar. It's been around over 30 years. And the owner is actually one of the Grand Marshals as well, I believe.
And this is why we have Tyler, oldest bar. So fun. Have you ever been there?
How would I know about an oldest bar? What's that supposed to mean, Lauren?
Were you around when it was open?
I don't think so. I wasn't born yet. No, but actually, I had been to that bar when I used to live in Tampa.
Yeah.
I used to go out and about back in those days. And it was a great place to it still is, to make your way around to different bars in the area. And that was always one of the stops that I would make earlier in the night, and then I'd end up there later in the night, kind of like bar hop. But you wouldn't know anything about that.
No.
Being the good Christian girl that you are.
Anyways, let's move on. And, Ybor went through such a transformation as well. What is your favorite part of Ybor City, you think?
What is my favorite part?
Yeah.
The clean part. No, I remember Ybor being kind of seedy, and I really think Jane Castro, to be honest with you, has helped clean up Ybor. I don't think that I've ever seen so many full spots now. It used to, when I come down here, there'd be a lot of empty spots, but it seems like there are a lot of businesses that have opened up down here. So I love a lot of places here in Ybor City, but I really like Club Tangra. That's one of the newest bars. They have a rooftop bar on the top.
Yeah.
That is really, really cool. So it's 3 levels. So you can kind of choose which bar you want to actually go in. And I think it's the only rooftop bar of its kind just like that. And they also own next door, they opened a show bar Ybor, here in Ybor City, and it is amazing. On Sundays they have a drag brunch, and I think this Sunday they're doing something even big too.
Oh, I'm sure they're gonna have to for Pride.
Yes. I think they're doing some type of foam party or something. Are you gonna be going to that? Getting in the foam and
I do not do foam, thank you very much. All right, look.
Oh, I think that's the city side float,
yes,
right?
that is quite
what we're showing right
there.
now,
yeah.
That's the city side float that we were referring to. And that float actually is a pirate float that they actually use for the Pirate Fest, and they use it every year, from what I understand.
That is awesome.
And the guy throwing the beads right there, that's Brian Eagle, who is the owner of the bar.
Are you going to catch those beads? The best part is people trying to throw the beads onto this balcony. Although I will say, one Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office did it.
By the way, you see the very top? Can we show the top?
Yep.
That is cha-cha in the orange. So what is a cha-cha, right?
What is a cha-cha?
An Out and About Tampa could not be Out and About Tampa without our cha-cha. And she's holding our sign for True Tea that we do a little podcast each and every Sunday. We have a lot of big players here in Tampa. It's kind of like the gay view, if you will. And we sit down and we spill the tea. It's called True Tea. And that's each and every Sunday at True Tea on Facebook. I'm going to check that out.
Oh, look at that.
Yes. This is actually my favorite song.
This is a good song. to let everyone listen to your song.
Oh, that was a good idea. Yes. I have to say, I love the fact that ABC's been involved this year. It's amazing.
Oh, it is so much fun. Oh my goodness. And the fact that we are able to live stream this whole parade, pretty cool. By the way, if you're watching us on Facebook or online, be sure to download our ABC Action News streaming news channel. It's on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, Android TV. We'll give you news and content like this. What more could you ask for?
I want to do a little brown nosing here for a minute.
Oh,
a little
gosh.
backing with a backdrop of my involvement with ABC. So over 15 years ago, my friend disappeared in Tampa. To make a long story short, ABC was the only media that really, when I called about a lead or I called about anything, they were the ones that showed up first every single time. And if it wasn't for ABC, I promise you, our story with my friend would have never been out there, the leads would have never happened, and we would never broke the case. So thank you to ABC.
Well,
very personal to me.
I'm very glad we could help you with that. We have a hardworking team, very hardworking team. All right, so, oh my goodness, we have the Rays and the Rowdies. Is that Raymond? Can I see correctly? Yes, we have the Tampa Bay Rays and Rowdies, and you know, they do so much work for the LGBTQ community. In fact, after Pulse, the Rays raised nearly $300,000 for the Pulse victims. Huge effort, and every year they have Pride Nights to give back to the community. So we love to see that from the Rays and the Rowdies. And plus, they're part of Tampa Bay doing very well.
And look at those costumes.
Okay, now,
those are awesome.
So this is the 501st Legion. I learned about this. I'm not going to pretend to be a know-it-all about Star Wars because I'm not. However, our producers back at the station are, and this organization does a lot. They really go to a lot of parades, LGBTQ, organizations. They actually have a Pride Squad group, and the local squad, the Tampa squad, has been around for 20 years. They've raised thousands of dollars. There are more than 14,000 members across the country.
And they're dedicated.
It's so hot.
That's what I'm saying.
Can you imagine those outfits?
Dedicated.
Oh my gosh. I mean, we've got, people in next to no clothes, and then the 501st Legion. Woo! All right, so now we're looking at DJ Kitty again. DJ Kitty's one of my favorite mascots. Are you kidding?
Meow. Kitty.
Oh, the Rays and Rowdies, so much
By the way,
fun.
what's coming down from the roof? What is this?
Is this snow? Is it snowing in Tampa?
Is it snowing in Florida?
Breaking
in Tampa,
news.
Florida
It is
right
snowing
now?
in Tampa. Oh my, look at this, what's coming. Oh my, I don't even know
And
where
again,
that's
look at these costumes. They must have a fan inside of them, right?
could you imagine being a mascot?
Oh, look at this coming now. Lauren, do you know who this is?
Tell me.
I think this is Southern Nights.
Oh, baby.
Look at these costumes.
Oh, my
goodness. Look at the
goodness.
queens. Wouldn't you like to have one of those outfits on next time you go on camera?
Yes, I would. Tune into ABC Action News at 3 on Monday.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's going to be action-packed for sure, Lauren. I like the pink one on you. That's your color.
The pink one in the front?
Yes.
I was thinking the green gown.
All right, look at that wig.
Oh, I like the feathers, actually, to be honest, and that makeup. Woo.
And she's doing it. Look at her.
Yes. The drag
Shaking
makeup
it
is next
up.
level, if we're going to be honest here. It is, and now I see the source of the snow that we're talking about in Tampa.